A new rumor says that the Acolyte is so bad that they're now retooling everything at Lucasfilm to bring in more CGI Luke Skywalker. Let's talk about that on That Park Place. Hello, I am Jonas J. Campbell, an investigative reporter at That Park Place, and here with me is Jedi Bendu, Mr. VashSky. Vash, is the Force with you today?
The Force is with me, but I don't know, that thread, that's coming right in, and I'm not sure if the Force can handle it.
You got to be careful. If the thread comes in high, you got to duck, and if the thread comes in low, you got to jump over it. That being said, let's go to this rumor: Luke Skywalker to make appearance in Dave Filoni's Ahsoka Season 2. This by John F. Trent. Look at that. A new rumor claims that Lucasfilm plans to have Luke Skywalker make an appearance in Dave Filoni's second season of Ahsoka. Putting Luke Skywalker in the second season of your show seems to be a repeating strategy over there at Lucasfilm. This latest rumor comes from Scooper WDW Pro, who detailed it in a recent video upload. According to a source that I have, Dave Filoni may be preparing to have Ahsoka now defeat Abeloth in Ahsoka Season 2, or at least face off with her. Not sure what the result will be, but I'm hearing that Luke Skywalker will make an appearance. Whether or not he is part of the fight, Ahsoka seems to be the one that will be taking down Abeloth, but this is also related to the Mandalorian movie. We've heard in the past that the Mandalorian movie will feature Luke Skywalker integrally into the plot. Well, I don't think he's going to be the main character. That'd be pretty amazing to have a fully CGI double of young Mark Hamill as a primary character. I don't know if special effects are there in a way that they can do that. I think if they give it time and don't do reshoots, maybe they could. Vash, what are your thoughts on this right off the bat?
Well, right off the bat, I think you're noticing a pattern here. Definitely Luke Skywalker coming in the second season of shows. He was definitely the best thing about Book of Boba Fett, by far, bar none. That is absolutely the case. Was one of the best things about season 2. So I can understand why they want to go back into that. Well, as the question really is how you handle it, right? And I think you do have to kind of up the ante if you are going to bring him back, so it makes sense that he's attached to a battle sequence.
It really does. And let's talk about a little bit about why this might be happening here. He continued, what I'm hearing is that Dave Filoni may be getting visits these days from folks from Burbank, at least with virtual conferences. This is referring to the fact that Lucasfilm is in, is it San Francisco or San Diego? I want to say San Francisco. And Burbank is the Disney corporate headquarters, at least with virtual conferences. And the reason might be that the Acolyte was the final nail in the coffin. They're spooked over at Disney. They've seen enough. They've heard enough. They've watched enough. They're ready for people to watch Star Wars again. And so there may be an effort to move the franchise back to Luke Skywalker. This might be referring to the infamous picture where it was some promotional image from Lucasfilm where somebody happened to see in a video that there was a Luke Skywalker with like a red X or a red circle, a no circle around his face. I don't know. See, I can sympathize a little bit with Lucasfilm on the idea that, okay, we don't need to build our entire house on something that is one actor and need to have that one actor be the center of everything. But now I think they've gotten so far away from it that people kind of roll their eyes. Maybe you're one of those people, myself included, who thinks that maybe Luke Skywalker was diminished in The Last Jedi.
Your thoughts betray you, Father. I feel the good in you, the conflict.
Never. I'll never turn to the dark side. I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
I'd sensed it building in him. I'd seen it in moments during his training. Then I looked inside, and it was beyond what I ever imagined. He would bring destruction and pain and death and the end of everything I love because of what he will become. And for the briefest moment of pure instinct, I thought I could stop it.
What? And then, of course, no one was brought higher by the rise of Skywalker there, despite the name of the film itself. Man, that's ironic now that you think about it. And what I'm being told, to go back to Pro's quote here, is that while you probably will see Luke in season 2 of Ahsoka, you're really going to see Luke Skywalker in some other stuff. And they may be preparing for a heavy push of Luke Skywalker, even if Kathleen Kennedy doesn't like it. It doesn't matter anymore. This is a franchise that's going back to Luke, WDW Pro added. Vash, I don't know how long you've been watching Star Wars here. I'm going to assume forever. What is your favorite Star Wars, and does it have Luke Skywalker in it?
Oh, well, yeah, favorite Star Wars, probably going to be Empire Strikes Back, although Return of the Jedi is pretty good. And that's really because of Luke Skywalker, the man, interestingly enough, love Luke Skywalker. He's one of my favorite characters in all of fiction. Actually, Skywalker, VashSky, that's where the sky comes from right there. So very much want to see Luke done justice, but then I think, man, it's today's Lucasfilm. Like, how good can it really be? Is it going to be a flash in the pan? Are they going to necessarily, take him down even further later on? It's difficult to get your hopes up regarding this character. Hey, maybe, I don't know. I didn't see Ahsoka the first season there. I will catch up on it before second season, that's for sure. But Abeloth, I mean, are they setting up to be kind of like a Mara Jade-ish figure? Is that possible?
No. I first of all, I'm going back and rereading. It's been a long time since I've read the novels. I think I'm going to be finishing the Thrawn trilogy here because I'll have a little time to listen. But Abeloth is supposed to be the mother. She's supposed to be like the Mortis gods. And the less that is said about the Mortis gods, the better, I think, for most Star Wars channels out there. We're not a Star Wars channel, although with the Acolyte and everything moving at Lucasfilm, we could be considered that soon. One thing that I do want to point out, however, is this tweet from Mark Hamill that says, this tweet will gain in significance when the movie I started today is publicly announced, leaving all of us wondering, what does that mean? Of course, Mark Hamill does have a career outside of Star Wars and Lucasfilm. He famously is the Joker. Vash, is there anything else that we need to say before you wrap up this video for me?
We are hearing very much so that that Mark Hamill, or I should say Luke Skywalker, whatever form that might be, will be heavily featured not just in Ahsoka Season 2, but also to the upcoming films, maybe from Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. And it kind of makes sense why you would have a heavy emphasis on this character, simply because his prominence at this time of the universe kind of makes sense for him to be a leading character in this whole thing. We're going to have to see if they include him in Ahsoka Season 2, that might foreshadow how they might use him in those later future properties, like was detailed in the article right there. But I'm going to go ahead and throw it to the comment section. How do you feel about Luke Skywalker being featured in not only Mandalorian, not only the Mandoverse, not only the Filoni-verse, but also in Ahsoka Season 2 in future Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau content? Have you gotten sick of seeing Luke Skywalker? Or, hey, are you excited to see this character be brought back to life, essentially, and really restored in prominence? Please let us know in the comments below what you think about this. Like this video if you did like this video. Share us out, as it helps us out tremendously against the YouTube algorithm. And thank you so much for watching That Park Place, for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.